Backer, the naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for coming back. Let's talk a little about skin conditions, and especially skin conditions relating to gut health. The question here is there a link really? What's the link between skin rashes and poor gut function? You will not find a person with beautiful skin generally to have a very dodgy gut, a very poor gut. I've always found in my clinical situation that the worse the skin problem was, the worse the gut was, right? Now we're talking many cases, okay? We're talking eczema, we're talking psoriasis, we could be talking dermatitis. There are so many different skin conditions, but many skin complaints have been linked up with small intestinal dysfunction. So many of them, because this is where low-level inflammation starts in the body. This is where inflammation starts spreading to other parts of the body. This is also really a hotbed or a breeding ground for many different types of dysbiotic bacteria, which in turn start producing products themselves, which upgrade inflammation and travel all throughout the body. So whatever starts in the gut ends up all over the place, on your face, around your belly, your butt, your back, your legs. Because anywhere the circulation is, of course, anywhere the skin could be affected in that region, okay? Remember, we've discussed in previous videos LPS, or lipopolysaccharides, small cell fragments from bacteria that can really ramp up inflammation in the body. I always want you to remember the word inflammation when you think about skin problem, because it's an inflammatory condition. Wherever there's itching, redness, burning, stinging, all that kind of stuff, or pus development, or just unsightly skin, that's an inflammatory condition. So when we've got an inflammatory condition, it's a little bit like we've got a bushfire. We want to just put a dump a bunch of water on it. We want to cool it down, because inflammatory conditions are heat conditions. We want to cool them down. This is a yang condition. We want to yin the hell out of this condition, okay? Yang's fire, yin's water. Okay, alcohol's yang, Coca-Cola is yang, alkaline water, yin, avocados, yin, blueberries, yin. So we've got alkaline, we've got acid. So if we've got acidic conditions, we want to counter them with alkaline kind of lifestyle. It makes a lot of sense. So what was the question again? What is the link between skin rashes and poor gut function? As I've mentioned, when you have a really good level of beneficial bacteria, when we found, for example, we've done a stool test on you and we found you've got nice high levels of lactobacillus, 4+ or 3+, the bifidobacteria are 4+, the Firmicutes, and the good colonies of large amounts of bacteria are represented in high amounts on a stool test. When we see that, and we also see in a stool test low levels of inflammation, we don't see skin problems on people, right? Every time I've had a stool test result back from a person with bad psoriasis, I've generally seen inflammation in that test. And the person certainly got that inflammation, around their ears or around the crown here where psoriasis typically is, or around here, or those sorts of areas. So if you want to get the skin looking good, you've got to get the gut looking good. And if you want to get the gut looking good, you've got to try and eat the right kind of food and drink the right kind of stuff. Common sense, eh? So these things will lead to nice skin. That's not to say that people, with skin like me, my skin's reasonably okay, but that's not to say that when you've got nice skin, you can't do things like drink some wine or eat some shitty food every now and then. You can do that, but you can't do it every day, all right? That's the trick. It's got to be that 80-20 or 90-10 balance, all right? Good and bad. You can't have it the other way around. So it ain't going to work for you. If you have got skin rashes, the first thing you'll want to do really is start looking at what goes in here, what you're putting in there. That's a good start. I've got a person working on my house at the moment who did some work on my roof, and he proudly said to me, I drink Diet Coke every day, it's what keeps me going. And I thought, oh yeah, okay, well I won't go into that one. But you get my point. It's what you're doing, what you're eating and drinking, and how you're living on a daily basis that will govern the state of your gut, and the state of the gut then of course will govern what the skin condition and the hair looks like. So if you're taking meds every day, different medications, you're eating a poor diet, or you've got high stress or a shitty lifestyle, or you know what I mean? If these things aren't stacked up right, inflammation is going to be something that you're going to get familiar with. But remember, inflammation doesn't have to be pain, all right? People think of inflammation as pain. Most people have got inflammation going on in their gut right now, and they wouldn't feel any pain. It'll represent itself through high cholesterol or fatty liver, through maybe a slight change in blood pressure or kidney function. This is how it will initially manifest, and then eventually, as you age, the inflammation ramps up, and then, hello diabetes, nice to see you, all these sorts of things. These are scenarios coming up for you if you don't get the inflammation fixed now. Low inflammation, or very little to no, nice skin. High inflammation, bad skin. And remember, inflammation, the gut. Get it fixed and the skin will look good. Sounds simple, not so simple if you've got bad inflammation, but remember, even the biggest bushfires can get put out. The one in Australia finally got put out, and I'm sure the inflammation in your gut can get put out too. It's all up to you. Thanks for tuning in.